In today's episode, I want to bring you into a space of awareness where you realize no matter your age, whether you are in your 20s, 50s, or beyond, you still have time. Time to change, time to pursue your dreams, and time to live the life you want. Welcome to At What Point, the podcast where we dive into the real, raw, and rewarding journey of personal and professional growth. I'm Catherine, your host, here to guide you through mindset shifts, powerful aha moments, and the resilience it takes to thrive no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, taking the leap into entrepreneurship, or just looking for that boost of motivation, you are in the right place. Let's dive in. I'm 50 years old, and I still remember when I was 18, and even in my late 20s, I thought people in their 50s were old. It was like in my mind, once you reached that age, you were on the verge of being a senior citizen, and the world was just about winding down for you. Society often sets up this expectation that by your 50s, you have already made all the important decisions in life, that you should have everything figured out, and there are not many more options left. But is this really the case? Let me tell you a story. My best friend is in his 50s and he has two young kids, Steven, who's 6, and Charlie, who just turned 2 a few weeks ago. For the longest time, I used to think that becoming a parent was something that had to happen early in life, like in your 20s or 30s. But after a conversation we had yesterday, my perspective completely shifted. He was telling me about his day, how he spent time with the kids, doing activities, having fun, and really being present with them. And then it hit me. At 50, his motivation to stay healthy and full of energy for his children is what keeps him going. It's what keeps him radiant and happy, and it makes him feel younger every single day. Parenting, it turns out, is one of those things that's never too late to start. So, this got me thinking about how many of us put age limits on everything. We place invisible caps on when we can become wealthy, when we can change careers, or even when we can start fresh. We have been told, whether directly or indirectly, that by a certain age, things are supposed to slow down. At 18, I remember being told that by the time I reach my 50s, I'd be close to retirement, that I should be winding down and getting ready to settle into a slower pace of life. But now that I'm here, I know that that's far from the truth. So today, we live in a world where, on average, many of us have a high chance of living another 30, even 40 years. Think about that. 40 more years. That's practically another lifetime. Yet, so many of us have been conditioned to think that after 50, the door to new opportunities start to close. Why? If you have decades left, why spend them in a job you are miserable or wishing that things were different? It's time to stop letting those stories control you because, friend, you have time. You have time to change, to grow, and to pursue the life that excites you. Here's what I want you to remember. If you are in a corporate job where you feel unfulfilled, or even if it's not terrible, but you're just not happy, pay attention to that feeling. Think about all the mornings you wake up thinking, I wish I could change jobs, or I can't wait until my boss retires so things might get better. Let me tell you something. Wishing won't make it happen. I want you to do something different. So, stand in front of the mirror, look at your reflection, and have an honest conversation with yourself. What do you say to her? And if deep down you feel tired and you are blaming your age, I want you to try a mindset exercise that will change the way you think about it. Here's the exercise. Every morning, I want you to look in the mirror and say, I'm not done yet. If you can, say it loud until you start believing it. Then ask yourself, what's still possible for me? What do I want to create in my life? Write these answers. This exercise helps shift your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibilities. It reminds you that your age is not a barrier. In fact, it's an asset. You have lived, you have learned, and you have gained experience that's priceless. This practice will help you break free from the story that says that you are too old or that it's too late. When you change that narrative, you will find the courage to move forward, no matter how many birthdays you have celebrated. Now, I don't believe that everyone needs to become an entrepreneur or go to college or climb the corporate ladder. That's not the point. What I believe is that if you have a desire, a dream, a passion, or a calling, you owe it to yourself to go after it. You deserve to live a life that feels exciting and meaningful, regardless where you are on your journey. Whether you want to start a business, switch careers, write a book, or take up a new hobby, don't let age be the thing that stops you. I don't want you to keep going through life postponing your dreams for someday. Because let me tell you, someday is no guarantee. Whether you are 25 or 55, I want you to stop and realize that life can be long. Yes, we always hear the saying that life is short, and that's true, but it can be also be long, giving you plenty of time to make your dreams a reality. The question is, what stories are you telling yourself that are keeping you stuck? Are you letting fear of failure or fear of what others think stop you from moving forward? Here's my challenge for you. At what point will you stop letting those stories define your life? At what point will you realize that the limits that exist are the ones you create in your mind? Life is not about settling for what you feel is comfortable or familiar. It's about growth, change, and embracing what's possible, no matter your age. So, what's going to be? Are you going to let fear and doubt keep you where you are? Or are you going to take control and create the life you have always dreamed of? Thanks for joining another episode of At What Point. I hope today's conversation sparks some inspiration for your journey of growth and transformation. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to visit katherinebeltran.com/podcast for show notes, special discounts on coaching packages, and freebies to help you keep moving forward. And last but not least, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a show. See you next time.